Hello, Beauty News family. Welcome to the Beauty News Awards for 2024. Yay! I was going to say annual Beauty News Awards, but I guess we missed a couple of years. We used to do this every year and we love it. We love to get together with the community and see what you guys think. You guys get to nominate for who you vote for, and then you vote for your actual winners. If you didn't know that this was happening, big apologies, but it was very last minute and it all happened on the community tab on our YouTube channel. We did have 267 people vote for our final for our categories and on our nominees, so I appreciate you guys for contributing to that. Next year we will do this again, no doubt, but we will probably be a bit more organized now that we know we're doing it.
So we essentially decided to come back and do this based on a live chat and people giving great suggestions on new categories, but also encouraging us to do it. So this is our final video of the year. We will be back next year, but pat on the back for us for actually making it through a year. So
we survived.
We were like, we'll see where it goes, but we've made it through a whole year and we'll be back next year. So that's exciting. So let's get on to the nominations, the topics.
Yes, the first category is the best trend of 2024, and our nominees were underconsumption, blush. I put this down as a generalized term for everything that we saw with blush in 2024 and the things that we loved about it, because there was way too many suggestions in this. Then we have the less is more style makeup. We have multi-chrome products, and we have skincare as a generalization for it being more forward in the beauty community, I suppose, this year, and more celebrated. So our winner was underconsumption with 46.6% of votes, which I think is great. I definitely think people are kind of focusing more on that at the moment. The thing about underconsumption is I think a lot of people, especially, I don't know if you feel this way, Kat, but I feel like people in my age group or our age group, we sort of went through the really psychotic years of beauty consumption. And now that we're getting older, I think we're sort of seeing the forest for the trees a little bit, and we're trying to funnel that down to people and, just tell them chill out. You don't need all of it.
Yeah, look, I personally, if I was picking, I would probably say blush or less is more makeup, because I feel like underconsumption has sort of been happening for the past...
For a while.
5 years, maybe. I know we've been project panning for way longer than that, probably going on 10 years. So I think the less is more makeup style, to me, feels more current, same as the blush. Underconsumption, I think it's great, and maybe there's a new wave of people coming in that are over consuming, and now they're finding that they need to balance it out with some underconsumption. But I think all of these are great. They all work.
Yeah.
Now for the worst trend of 2024, the nominees are clean beauty, fair, pH adjusting or color changing products, fair, blush, because for everyone that loves blush and overuses blush, which is me, there's someone that hates blush, so that makes sense. Yeah. Dark lip liner and lighter lipstick or gloss, so that sort of nude ombre look. And the Rode phone case, which looks like vagina flaps. I'm just going to say it's gross.
It does. Yes, it does. So the winner of this, and I think it is very well deserved, is pH adjusting or color changing products.
Yeah.
It was pretty close. Clean beauty actually, so pH adjusting had 32% of the votes, and clean beauty had 28.6, followed by the Rode phone case, which was 21.4. So it was pretty split, but pH adjusting definitely clearly won. And I think it's very fair.
It has
the
been
worst
coming back.
trend of every year. It has been coming back, and
That's true. That's true. And I have to say as well that dark lip liner, light lipstick trend, I think that's just a technique that a lot of deeper skin people use to use to adjust lighter lip products. So I think that's actually not a bad trend. I think that is a practical trend.
Yeah, I really don't mind it, but also like, you know, in the 90s I was doing it, so I kind of have a soft spot for it. All right, let's talk about the best collaboration of 2024. So the nominees were Lethal Cosmetics and Avatar: The Last Airbender collection.
That was cute.
It was a very cute collection. Blend Bunny and Robert Welsh Divination collection. Then we had Colourpop and Twilight, followed by Guerlain, and I don't know if I'm saying this right. I've never heard of this person. Is it Pucci? My apologies if I'm screwing that up. Cleona and Bad to the Brow Light Scatters collection. And then we have the Adept Amy Loves collection. Now this one was a bit of a landslide. We had Lethal Cosmetics and Avatar: The Last Airbender collection with 33.3% of the votes. I think that's very warranted. It was a very cute collection, and I think they did it quite well.
They definitely did it quite well. I think probably the one that sold out the most was the Colourpop Twilight, but that was more the fandom rather than the products or how well it was done. I definitely agree. I think that the Lethal one was excellently executed, so good job, Lethal.
I think so.
All right, we got the best palette of 2024. So the nominees are Danessa Myricks Lightwork 6, fair, great looking palette. The Cosmic Brushes Undergrowth. This is a lovely palette. I own it. The Urban Decay Naked re-release. That's quite funny. The Ensley Rain Cold Moon palette. This one looks beautiful. I haven't actually seen this one prior to it being nominated, but it is gorgeous. The Ensley Rain Underland palette, which we talked about in a Halloween video, I think. Gorgeous. Yeah. And the Blend Bunny Longing palette, which is a very muted pastel greigey palette. So what's the winner?
The winner is Danessa Myricks Lightwork 6 by a landslide, 47.3% of the votes, followed by Cosmic Brushes Undergrowth.
Fair.
Both, I think, are, fair. Absolutely. I think very deserving. I do just want to flag Urban Decay Naked, the re-release, actually got 15.2% of the votes as well. So, you know, people were really happy to see that come back. Honestly, when I saw that, like, nominated and how many votes it had, and I was like, I have to put this in, I was like, I do not want to. I don't want to. But we don't mess around with the nominees or the voting of this, like, when we do this video. It's not about us. But I actually do have to say, just on the topic of the Urban Decay re-release, I think it was great for the brand. It's probably saved them for another couple of years. So, but the Danessa Myricks, like, absolutely well deserved.
Just the, like, and we'll be talking about this palette more as well, but I definitely think that one was such a cool design. I personally think in terms of possibly color choices and potentially even formula, I'm not too sure, but what I feel, I think some of the other palettes were more interesting, but it is what it is.
I definitely think that, like, the Ensley Rain palettes, the color stories are very pretty.
It's a brand on my radar for 2025 for sure.
Yes. Next up, we have the most unique product of 2024, and the nominees were Danessa Myricks Lightwork 6, the Lisa Eldridge Rouge Experience Refillable Lipsticks, the Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tint Blush, the Fui Lip and Cheek Blurring Puddings, and the One Size Oil Sucker Extreme Mattifying Alkaline Primer. That is a mouthful.
Oh.
Yeah.
As an oily skin person, Oil Sucker actually scares me because I feel like that's going to just dry the heck out of my skin. But Mattify and Tighten, I just feel like it's going to turn me into like a mummy corpse.
But the winner of this one was Danessa Myricks Lightwork 6 by a lot, 53.6%. I actually don't feel like any of them are super unique except for the packaging of the Danessa Myricks palette.
Yeah, except for the milk jelly tint blush was quite unique in terms of the texture.
That's what I was trying to think. Have we really seen many jelly blushes?
Not the same way that was. Like, we've seen a lot of stick sort of translucent stainy type products before, but not that sort of wiggly jelly. Yeah, so that was unique for sure. That Lisa Eldridge one, I expected that to win actually, because I know a lot of people were really excited for that. I think that's a great idea, but again, it's not refillable lipstick isn't necessarily new, but she's done it in a very sort of luxe way, which I think
she has
makes it feel a bit fresh.
Yeah.
Okay, we're starting to see some double ups. Take a guess what these are. So the best release of 2024. Firstly, we have Danessa Myricks Lightwork 6, the Lethal Cosmetics Avatar Last Airbender collection. Oh, Glaminatrix Barely Basic palette. Have it, love it, beautiful. The Huda Beauty Easy Blur Natural Airbrush Foundation. Have it, love it, beautiful. And the Lisa Eldridge Enhancing Skin Tint. Tell us the winners.
Yes. So the winner
won.
Can you guess?
Oh,
it's
yes,
Danessa Myricks Lightwork 6.
People love it. People are fair. Look, I got to look up reviews. I haven't seen actually reviews of the palette itself. I just know like that it looks cool, but I'd love to see, has anyone actually bought it? I know it's sold out, so and it was limited edition, so I don't know if they're restocking it or whatnot, but let me know if you've tried it and what you think, because I'm curious.
Yeah, I also haven't looked up any reviews for it, but especially after like seeing these results come in, I'm like, I'm gonna have to just have a little squiz and see what people think about it. Second place, we had Lethal Cosmetics and the Avatar Last Airbender collection, which I think that's fair. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, next up we have the best overall brand of 2024, and this was close. So our nominees are Danessa Myricks, Elf, Lisa Eldridge, Cosmic Brushes, Mob Beauty, which I'm really not familiar with, and Rare Beauty. The winner, with 24.6% of votes, which tells you how close it is Elf, followed by Danessa Myricks with 23.4%.
Wow, super close. Votes. Yeah, I sort of guessed that Elf might have been up there. Again, they don't have anything that's like, wow, that product was stand out as being it's the best product of the year. But I think overall, as a affordable brand, especially in this climate, they're releasing some good quality makeup. So I think they're loved by many. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And there is going to be another category coming up later that might give you a little bit more insight onto why the brand is so loved this year. And I think it's fair enough that they won. I think I can understand why people are really loving them.
Cool. All right, the most useless product. These are the kind of categories that I think are fun. Most useless product of 2024, pH adjusting or colour changing products. Fair. The Too Faced Bauble Gems Lip Gloss Ring. God, that was a piece of poo. The Sephora Advent Calendar. Yeah, that was trash in a box. The Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tint Blush. By the way, Hailey, is your table still stained?
It is.
It stains. There you go. And lastly, the YSL Make Me Blush Liquid Blush in Lavender Lust. So that was quite controversial because the lavender shade, which was very sort of white based, they had put deeper skin models on the website to show that deeper skin people can wear it, and in reality they couldn't. So it was obviously very doctored. There we go. So what was the winner or the loser?
The winner, the loser in this case is the Sephora Advent Calendar with 43.1% of the votes. And I think that is really fair. It's warranted.
It's well deserved.
They deserve it. Yeah, it's well deserved.
If I got this, I'm just looking at the photo now of all the contents. If I got this, I would be fuming that my house now has all these crappy little bits in it that I'm probably going to have to pick up, throw in the bin. I'll step on it. I'll break it. It's just it's a no. That's just straight in the bin. Straight in the bin.
I agree. And I think also the fact, like, you use your points to get that one. And I think it's just a little bit of a kick in the teeth to the people who have been loyal to your company throughout the year, throughout the years, and who have spent a lot of money with you. Like, they're keeping you afloat. The consumer is keeping these businesses afloat. And I think to do that, it's just really, it's
really
crap.
A bit.
It's gross. I am just going to go over some of the other results in this one because I do think that these categories are probably some of the most interesting for people. We had pH adjusting and color changing products with 25.6% of the votes. The Too Faced Bauble Gem Lip Gloss had 19.5%. YSL had 8.8%, and the Milk Jelly had 3.1% of the votes.
Interesting. There we go.
Yeah.
And that was your table that voted for that one.
It was. My table voted. So next up, we have the most overhyped product of 2024. And the nominees are the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Eye Illusion Eyeshadow Duos, the Road Pocket Blush, the Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tint Blush, the Wonder Skin Peel and Reveal Lip Stain, and the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked Holiday 2024 palettes.
All worthy of this title. Definitely.
I think so
overhyped.
too.
All that absolute well-picked team.
Yes, I think the nominees or the nominations that people came up with for this particular category are really like spot on. And the winner is actually Patrick Ta.
Yeah.
With 34.4% of the votes.
Yeah, I haven't swatched these, but I have heard a lot of mixed reviews, and I think that is fair.
Yeah.
That is truly fair. The next one's a fun one. The brands most likely to close in 2025. Bing bong. Glam Glow. I am surprised they're still here. So that is true. Violet Voss. The days are numbered. So yeah, if we hear an announcement that Violet Voss has closed before this video has even gone up, I'm not going to be shocked. KVD, I think they're going to hang in there, but there we go. Cover FX, they did sort of close, didn't they? And then they came back from the dead.
They did, yeah.
Gwen Stefani's brand Give, fair, and J.Lo Beauty. I don't know the answer, but I'm going to put my money on Violet Voss and Glam Glow equal. 50-50.
Well,
people have voted for it.
The winner, or maybe the loser in this case, is actually J.Lo Beauty with 29.3% of the votes. Now, it was kind of close. Violet Voss got 20.5% and Glam Glow got 14.8%. But I have to agree that I think a lot of these brands are sort of on a knife's edge at the moment. Like, it could really go either way. It would not surprise me at all if any of them announced closure, except for KVD.
Yeah, I agree.
I do think that there's still something going on there. I think it is still profitable because I believe they took the products out of Sephora, but they still have a global online website. Is that correct?
Yeah, in Australia and I think some other countries, they definitely left Sephora, but I think they're still in like the US Sephora. So they're still around. Yeah. I do agree that they might be restructuring a little bit and downsizing. Possibly. But I think they've got a couple years left in them. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, here's another fun one. Most shocking brand moment in 2024.
There are a few.
There are a few. So nominees are Euphoria's release of the Date Night Skin Tint Foundation with the darkest shade resembling a black paint when it was applied to the skin.
Woeful.
Then, yeah, that was pretty bad. Then we have Uoma Beauty not sending out orders for 15 months. Yep. On returning this year, they made a statement offering a mini gift to thank customers for their patience while they got the backlog of online orders shipped out.
Wow. I'll be contacting my bank with that one. I'd be like, refund.
Bloody would too. Next up, we have Pat McGrath Star Wars collabs, including like the stickers over the existing packaging and new highlighters with repeated formulas.
This is just their MO now, isn't it? This is what we expect from them. MO. I feel like this is just how they release.
Yeah, this is just Pat
it's
McGrath
annoying.
Now.
It's shit. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, that's just what they do. YSL claiming that their Make Me Blush liquid blushes were universal despite users proving otherwise. So this goes back to the lavender blush that was meant to be suitable for all skin types, and it certainly was not. And then we have Huda Beauty no longer making large palettes. This one was a landslide, but there was two big voters in this one. So the winner or the loser was Euphoria's release of the Date Night Skin Tint, darkest shade. That had 56.9% of votes.
Valid.
And then we had Uoma Beauty not sending out packages for 15 months with 30% of the votes. And
shame on them. Shame on both of them.
Absolutely.
To Shame Bell. Where's the Shame Bell app?
Yeah, Hey, I still have it, but I might have to download it. It's been a while.
Shame.
They deserve it.
Oh,
that's what you get.
I know. Memories of the
nostalgia. Yeah, I don't look. What were these brands thinking? All of them, what are they thinking? Oh, except Huda. Like, Huda is making her own decisions.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You pave your way, Huda. You do you.
Yeah,
I agree. We could do a whole video complaining about these.
100%.
And people should know better because a lot of brands have fucked up badly in the past. You should know better. Like, they should
Absolutely.
They should know better. All right, let's get on to the worst packaging. This is a fun one. The Rode Pocket Blush that looks like a little turd. It's bad.
Sausage with a little bark bark.
That's not nice. The Too Faced Bauble Gems lip gloss ring. Yuck. Gag. The Made by Mitchell Blush Pressed Duo Highlighter Palette. A lot of Made by Mitchell stuff is clunky and chunky and monkey, and it's like, if that's you do you. I don't want this in my makeup bag. It will take up my whole makeup bag. But the products look quite nice. Oh my God. Danessa Myricks going from strength to weakness. Holy fuck. I got whiplash for a second there. The Love is Love palette. What a debacle. This is is like psychosis. This is not good. I don't like it. And the Rode phone lip case thing, the vagina grabbing your lip gloss.
Yeah.
It's all horrible, but you tell us which one is the loser.
I'm not sure if this is a first for the Beauty News Awards, but we have an actual draw. Legitimate draw. So, we've got the Rode phone lip case with 80 votes. And we have the Too Faced Bauble Gem lip gloss ring with 80 votes. And I think they both deserve it.
They all deserve it. It's hideous. hideous.
They do all deserve it. Absolutely. That Road Pocket Blush, I've just got to get this off my chest now. Why is the packaging so bulky for something that's a tiny little like tube of product, and it's meant to be a travel-friendly item? All right, let's move on to the worst marketing in 2024. This one's funny. All right, we've got Patrick Ta Major Dimension Eye Illusion eyeshadow duos requiring a ring light to notice the sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Blake Lively and her hair care line, Blake Brown,
tragic.
criticized for using a domestic violence movie to promote her brand and having straggly, dry hair.
It's brutal, but it's true.
That was literally the nominee. Like, that's how it was, like, worded. And I was like, it's...
perfection.
It's accurate. You are not wrong.
Yeah, but it's...
Natasha Denona's leaked product releases, criticised for being fake and obvious. My God, finally someone calling them out. They've been doing it for years. Mm-hmm. And I think this year was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, and everyone was just like, stop doing it.
They leaked their own thing, and then they leaked their own thing at some point.
So the Golden Collection was leaked, and this time it was us, because within a couple of days we're launching.
Their own website leaked the thing, and I was just like, oh, you fucking imbeciles.
I have to question if they have literally, like, because it's always a different retailer that's leaked them over the years.
I reckon they've got a schedule. They've got, like, in their contract, Look Fantastic has to leak it in January, and Beauty Bay has to leak it in May.
I'm wondering if they're giving, like, a different date to a different retailer each year for them to accidentally leak it. Mm-hmm. And then, like, the retailer, like, Look Fantastic is like, what the fuck? We didn't leak it. Like, this was the date we were given. And the brand is just like, oh my God, they're terrible. Like, it wouldn't...
Some retailer leaked our product.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them.
No,
like,
I wouldn't either.
Anyway, next up, we've got Charlotte Tilbury's stolen lipstick PR
stunt. That was
stunt.
tragic, wasn't it?
That
Absolutely
was
tragic.
Terrible. If you're not familiar with what that was, basically Charlotte Tilbury sent out big PR packages to influencers, and it was, I think, lipsticks and lip liner vaults, and the lipsticks were missing. And then she had this, like, ad campaign where she was like, darlings,
the lipsticks are missing, or some bullshit. Yeah, it was.
I don't know. Anyway, it was a bit cringy. And finally, we have the YSL Make Me Blush liquid blushes that was supposed to be universal, but left white casts on many users. Yeah. Now, this one was a landslide.
Yep.
And
which one was that one?
Blake Lively's straggly dry hair has taken it out with 54.9% of the votes. And yeah, I have to agree. Yeah. We were nice to her originally, and then she did that.
No, then we looked into it more and we're like, wait, hang on, she's like, actually a bit of a shit. On? But also, I just loved reading, like, her brand Instagram page when they would, like, show things, and then people are just like, why? She has, like, the worst fried hair. I'm not going to take any advice from her. So it was quite interesting. One thing I do want to mention about the YSL thing, though, is that this actually annoys me quite a lot, because light lavender blush is quite a popular thing in, like, Asian markets. It works really well on certain skin tones. If YSL was just a little bit more transparent about who could buy this, like, this is designed for light skin, a lot of people would have appreciated this, and it would have possibly given more brands confidence to release something that, yes, it is only catering towards a small section of the market, but they were released alongside, like, 5 other shades that were like, that could apply to everyone else. So I think this sort of ruins it for the people that really vibe with this shade, because now it's sort of, like, shunned, which is shit. And it was just how they
Yeah,
they sort of marketed it rather than the actual product being a bad product.
I agree. Yeah, the marketing was bad, and they should have been more transparent about who it truly would work best on. And like, they can do everything they want when it comes to applying it to models and like taking photographs and putting it on a website, but you have to remember, like, those, it's applied by a professional makeup artist. The photos are taken by a professional photographer with professional studio lighting, and the photos are retouched. So
yeah, but also
you know,
I wouldn't put it past them if they did that thing where what a lot of brands do, where they take sort of similar photos and then they just tweak the color on Photoshop.
Yes.
Like, let's make this more
Yes.
lavender looking, and not take
Yes.
into consideration that this particular product has a lot
It's
of
got a
white
white
to
base.
it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it will not actually look like that on those models. So
I think that is
yeah, that's what I reckon
probably the
happened.
most likely thing. Yeah.
Because what it actually looked like, and we'll have photos on the screen if we can find the photos. Maybe they buried them, I hope not. But it did not look like a light lavender. It looked almost like a slightly berry tone, which it was not. So
yeah,
they fucked it.
Yeah.
And they knew what they
Yeah.
were doing.
I think, yeah, they did fuck up.
All right, the best marketing, and this is where Hailey was talking about e.l.f. coming through and doing very well. So we have the e.l.f. Judge Judy commercial. I'm going to talk about all the e.l.f. first because there's a lot of e.l.f. here. The
Yes,
e.l.f.
do that.
Suits commercial. So this is with the cast of the TV show Suits. They also had a Jennifer Coolidge commercial. They did a lot this year. They had like Tinder collabs, bloody, what is those big cups? Whatever what are they called?
Oh, the Stanley Cup.
Stanley Cups. They did a
Yes.
whole bunch of really trendy
Yeah.
stuff. They've got
Yeah.
a young marketing department who know what they're doing. So good on them.
Yes.
Then we've got the Tier Foundation, which was sent out to every man and their dog, and it sort of created a bit of a viral wave online. Just gonna say,
Yeah.
we didn't get it. So fuck you.
No,
No,
I
I'm kidding.
didn't
I
get
don't
it.
actually want it. It's fine. Then the Natasha Denona leaked releases. Is that best marketing? Maybe. It's obviously working. They're
Maybe,
making lots of money.
Yeah, depends how
and
you
then
look at it.
yeah, and then Huda Beauty just in general. I think Huda have done really well this year. I think being transparent about Huda coming back as a CEO and how she feels like she made a mistake and how she's like taking things and she's changing things up, and even like doing that petri dish color changing blush that
Yeah.
it sort of took what people criticized and she sort of lent into it. Like, yes, I agree, she's done well, or the brand's done well.
I think she has. Well, the winner of this one was e.l.f. with their Jennifer Coolidge commercial. And they didn't take second place. That's my bad. That was the Tier Foundation. But they did take third place with the Judge Judy commercial. So I definitely think e.l.f.'s commercials were well liked by the community. I think it's a waste of money, and I don't want to see the prices of e.l.f. products go up in the future, because they're like, filming budget now has to be like millions of dollars to pay these celebrities, but obviously people have enjoyed them. So
Yeah,
what
look,
can I say?
I understand where you're coming from, and I do feel that. However, I do think in this market there's got to be a point of difference, and I think if they can
I agree.
make a more affordable sort of makeup brand go viral and stay relevant, it's probably the difference between them closing and
Yes.
staying open. So I don't have a
agree.
problem with it. I think they show a sense of humor and they're relating, or
Yes,
they're
yeah.
appealing to a new audience. So I vibe with it. I just want them to put as much money into R&D and get things sort of
Yes.
good products
Yeah.
out as well. Yeah.
Yeah. We want good quality and
Yes.
affordable as well.
Yes,
Like
if
that.
we want
At
it
the
all.
end of the day, that's what's going to make people come back. If they see a Jennifer Coolidge commercial and they're like, I'm buying some e.l.f., and then they try the e.l.f. and they're like, oh my God, this is sensational. Can't wait to buy more stuff. Like, you know, it's a snowball effect. So
Yeah,
I think,
agreed.
yeah, they need to focus on all of it.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the prettiest packaging of 2024. So the nominees are Lisa Eldridge Rouge Experience Refillable Lipstick, anything from Florasis, anything from Flower Nose, Gucci, and Ensley Rain. Now this one is pretty close with 28.9% of the votes. We've actually got the Lisa Eldridge Rouge Experience Refillable Lipstick, followed closely with 28.1% of the votes for Flower Nose, and Florasis was also in there as well. I think in terms of having, you know, ornate, pretty packaging, it definitely goes to Flower Nose and Florasis. But I think Lisa Eldridge brought something to the table this year that just made a more sustainable product feel elegant.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Yeah, I that's what the one I would probably go for in terms of what I prefer these days. I kind of like something that feels a little bit more special and timeless, and that you can keep.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like, the thing that annoys me though about refillable lipsticks is often by the time you want to refill it, they've discontinued the formula. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen with Lisa Eldridge, and even she brings out different formulas in that packaging style, so
I think
you
she
can
will.
forever like use your packaging. I just know like so many brands that it's like, oh, by the time I want to get a refill, it's like, oh, hang on, they're being discontinued. Like what?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it sticks around because it's a really sort of luxe feel to it. And from what I've heard, from people who have bought it, they've really appreciated it. I might even buy one just to try it out for fun. But that's 2025's problem, so we'll see next year. The last category, and it is a banger to end on. Okay, we ready? The biggest trash hole brand in 2024. Those are some big words, and I stand by them. James Charles Painted. Do you remember that trash hole? That was a flaming pile of garbage. That was.
Yeah.
Euphoria, that black. Jet black foundation debacle. Polite Society, oh my God, I have a hatred for them that I cannot even justify why it is so burning inside me. It burns deep
within her soul.
It is. Oh, and Emco Beauty, I hope they win. We are going to do a video about Emco Beauty at some point. We are from Australia, so we've been bombarded with Emco Beauty for years, and
for decades,
fucking woeful. And then Kardashian Jenner family brands, so that would be Kim coming back with Skin, and Kylie Cosmetics coming back, and then Morphe and Jeffree Star. So look, who? But
that's why I bundled them. I put them together. They had enough votes to be included, and I was like, I'm just putting them together because I don't feel that there's going to really be a big drive for people to, like, you know, verbalize their anger by voting. It actually went to James Charles. And I mean, you know, same
speaking of brands
fish,
that are going to close in 2025. Like, what is he still doing out there with Painted?
I have to agree. But I think all of these nominees were warranted. I think everybody picked good brands for this category. They're all shit. They all deserve to be in the bin. Close them all down.
Yep. I agree.
So that is it for the Beauty News Awards for 2024. Thank you again for helping to choose the nominees and for voting. We really appreciate it. We are going to be back next year with more videos. When is our next video, Kat?
We don't know. We'll figure it out. But we're not doing a December beauty news. We thought we'll put this up instead simply because it's a bit of a slow news month. So we thought we'll just combine December and January, put that out in January. We'll have another chatty one. If there's any topics you want us to discuss, any questions you have, any comments you have about the nominees, what would your categories, like any cool categories you can think of for next year, all that kind of stuff. We read the comments, so please leave
We
one.
do. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We hope you had a Merry Christmas. We hope you have a safe new year, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.